The Roast Band Networks bring you long-form public affairs programming from Mayflower and Ridgeway and are a public service to all. Roast Band, equal access to government matters.
Chairwoman, permission to treat the witness as hostile.
I'm not a witness. I am like.
So true.
Well,
No, go ahead, go ahead.
what
Finish
went
your
on for?
sentence. Finish your sentence.
Why do you have a bat? There aren't even bats in this. Wait, there are bats in this game.
This guy.
Anyways, So, are the cameras rolling yet?
Guys, I'm at a
Yo,
semi
one of you
right now. Can
gentlemen
we
with
like
one
get
of
this
you
on the
gentlemen with
move?
a radio, I need a coffee.
A coffee? You can have my
Yeah.
taser.
Yeah, it's close enough.
I think Mr. Mechanical over here is actually requesting for. Yep.
You're welcome, Madam, or Mr. Senator.
Chairwoman.
Wax.
Master, and I have access to the questions they're gonna ask you. They're first gonna ask you why you opened patrol logs the first day the game revived.
It's because you suck, that's why.
What? Oh, hold on.
You know what? You're lucky you don't gotta do 20-hour patrol logs, you know that?
Hold on.
Okay, we're starting.
Oh, never mind. It's starting. Okay, I'll hang up.
What? You called me? You called my phone? Oh my god. Okay.
I did it earlier when you kicked me too.
You call me twice, I have do not disturb on.
Ah, damn. Who do you think you are? Yes, Colonel.
What? Like in my life or like in the game? Because in my life, I'm a full-time student. I work part-time. I'm a volunteer firefighter, and I'm currently enrolled in fire school.
Oh,
But like, on top of all of that, I was still able to do 33 hours this week. But that's with the semester just starting, so I'm expecting that I can be in-game for like 10 hours a week probably. Like, if I'm really gonna log it. But like, I'm always available on Discord. If you ask anybody in my department, I think they can tell you that I'm always in the text channels. My command can tell you that I'm always active in our group chats. I'm always reaching out, I'm always talking to people, so. Activity-wise, I don't think there's going to be any issues for the next 3 months. Oh my god. We are in game, bro. Tab it in. I don't know. Or whatever, man. This oh my god. Yeah, that might make more sense. If I wasn't in this group chat, it would make more sense, because like you could talk amongst yourselves without me knowing. Alright, that's it. Amateur committee, guys. Jesus.
It's a Ridgeway Senate. I don't know what you're
Alright,
expecting.
go for it. Okay, shut down. Quiet in the chambers or whatever. Also, it's that turn's just fine. You don't gotta do the mister. Actually, the logs were put back into Jesus. The logs were allowed to be submitted again. That way, troopers that were returning could immediately start working if they wanted to, and showing that they were active for any promotions of the sort. But with our returning of the activity logs, we decided as command, following our command meeting that we hosted, I think, day 2 of the game returning, that we would strip everybody of their activity warnings. If they had any IA warnings, those were removed, but activity warnings were excused, and everyone was given a fresh slate. And with the new year, we kind of decided as command, and with Milton coming back and the game reviving, as you can see, I think the game's, full server, 11 o'clock on a weekday. I mean, that's pretty impressive for this game. But we're kind of trying to focus on activity and trying to make sure that our department is always in game. Right now, we're not on top of BBD. But typically, we're almost always the most active department, and our activity logs aren't really too crazy. We ask for 2 15-minute a week from our regular members and 1 20-minute from our command members. That's 30 minutes a week? That's not crazy, I don't think. I feel like that everybody has 30 minutes where they can get on this game. And if they don't, I don't understand why they're still in the community taking up a spot. I hope that answers your question.
Follow up to that question. Do you actively participate in the logs?
There's an issue with the bot currently. We're exempt, but if I try to submit, it says you are exempt from the quota, so I gotta get somebody to fix that.
I see.
But
How about your command staff?
all
Captain?
command up to captain is, and technically all of us through me are supposed to be on logs. But like I said, the bot's kind of not allowing us to submit it, so we gotta figure that out.
Okay.
But
Now,
we're
know if your
expected at the
command is
same
active
quota. Say that again. Sorry. Oh, let me turn up my
know if your
Roblox.
command is active in game?
I believe my command is pretty active in game. I always see typically Dreams. I know is one of those that I always see it on. Carnage Culture, my TSU lieutenant, you, my SBI lieutenant, which I feel like there's a conflict of interest there with you being on this committee, but I digress. But all of my members of command, my sergeant Rain behind me, he's active. He's currently on Parks just to spite me, I feel, but I feel like I would like for some of our captains to get in game more. I personally haven't seen them recently. Then again, the game's been back for a week, so I can't really say that it's a long-term issue.
Okay. Yep.
Alright, real quick, I'd like to ask a question before I head out for a second. My apologies, I have to use the bathroom. But
No, it's okay.
so
Just make sure
my
you
yeah, of course. So my one thing was this. So as far as you're tasked with the protections of government officials, hiring government officials, mostly in the line of succession. So how are your protection operations since things have been back, and how do you intend to get a lot of people to these details? They're not.
Well,
From what I remember, they're not required. They're kind of like on if you want to go, you kind of show up kind of thing. But you have to remember our government officials these are the only reasons they're in game. So what will you do to combat the issue of not enough people coming to details?
Well, to the point that that's the only reason they're game, I disagree. I feel like that if a government official is in game, they should be doing more than just requesting protections. There's nothing wrong with requesting protections, but not every person on our protections list requests protections even. I don't think our Governor Large Titanic ever really requests protections from us, when he's in game. Kind of just hops in game, walks around, has fun. Like Morale, I believe you requested protections recently, and you DM'd me about 2 of my troopers. I believe it was actually Verbal and I can't remember the second person currently, but the way we run protections is it's more of like it's more of a cert. So basically, you just get like you complete a training course basically, and you come and you can do protections whenever there's a ping for it. All members of our department have access to our events channel. So what that means is that whenever people are trying to host protections or whenever there are protections, any trooper can be like, hey, hop in game, we got protections going on. And anybody that's certified or interested can hop in game. Personally, I feel like they're forcing people to do protections is a bad way to go about it because a lot of people find protections boring. Because at the end of the day, you're just following someone around and just waiting for somebody to shoot, and it's kind of stressful. I personally did protections in another game. If you know the SCP genre, like there's this thing called Alpha One. It's like a special unit that does protections. It just gets really repetitive and boring after a while. So to that end, this needs to become like a thing that's discussed between my command as well as the government officials to figure out how we can make protections fun for the regular troopers.
So follow-up question to that. So what if, let's say the Chief Justice, for example, requests protections and nobody shows up? How do you combat that? How do you work with that?
If nobody shows up, then I believe that nobody shows up. I mean, we can ask another department to cover for us.
So kind of deal
We
with
can
it.
ask NG to come, because NG is somebody that's able to support us with our protections. I believe, if I'm remembering the law correctly, it's been a while since I've read it, but I believe MP and Special Operations can come, although I believe that the Special Operations is shut down. I believe it's RNG first, actually.
It is RNG first.
Yeah. But that's kind of how we go about it. But typically, there's always like 1 or 2 people that are interested in doing it, and like in most cases, that's all you need. There's never a situation where like it makes sense to have like 30 RSP on one guy. I hope that answers your question.
Yeah. Well, Madam Chair, I do have a question.
He basically said, "Fuck your protections, nigga."
I believe you're being Donald.
Madam President, Madam Chairman, if I can be recognized.
No, I don't think he deserves to be recognized.
That's crazy. I recognize him.
Madam
Me
Chair,
personally.
you know, as a you're welcome for the committee assignment, maybe.
Hey.
That sounds like some like nepotism right there.
All right, I'm just gonna consider myself recognized. My main question, Colonel Matt Cern,
Yes.
is what differentiates and what are you hoping to differentiate the state police from other law enforcement agencies? How do you plan to stand out, and how do you plan to continue to attract new members?
Well, currently, we're kind of just going to keep going how we've been going for the past, 2.5 years? We're just going to keep patrolling like we do all around the county, keep trying to do fun operations, have fun with our members, and kind of be seen as like a beacon of what policing is supposed to be in this game. Good luck, Matrix. In the future, though, once Milton comes out, I can't really say if MCP is going to come out or not. I don't know. If they don't, I believe that we're going to be the main ones patrolling Milton on release. If Milton Police comes out with Milton, then we'll probably just organize ourselves in a different way. In the future, I would like to have RSP more focused on highways because that's kind of our main purpose. It would just be nice to have our troopers seen on the highways instead of just all around, but at the end of the day, they are state police, so they can patrol wherever they like. And that's kind of the appeal for the whole department. And then obviously there's also all of our specialized units. You know, we have SBI, ASU, we have traffic enforcement with the ghost car. We have SBI, IA if you're interested in more of the internal work. And me personally, I'm kind of open to my members of my department creating like subdivisions basically. So like we have like a windbreaker that says like financial crimes task force. And like if people want to just wear it and just like focus on ATM crimes, I don't really see an issue with it. stuff like that we like to do just to make it more interesting for regular troopers, because at the end of the day, we see our troopers as being like the top of what policing has to offer in this game.
Kind of leading off to that, I wanted to ask, what partnerships have you established with the Office of the Attorney General and the Department of Justice in regard to investigations so far? And how do you hope to continue, at least? What's kind of the differentiation between the work that CID is doing for RCSO and the work that SBI is doing? What do you
Well,
plan to do with
I
that?
personally don't really deal with that exact connection. I kind of let our captain and SBI lieutenant deal with that, but recently we've been discussing creating classification policy. I know. I believe you're in the talks for that. That's going to be a big step forward for our investigations and just all of our departments moving forward. As far as the difference between SBI and CID and other investigations units is that SBI is supposed to be more focused on like the large crimes cases, like like if there's like a major prosecution case, like let's say like the town case, for example, that would have been a good one for us, for SBI to investigate and look into. Whereas CID is more supposed to be focused on like the murder reports and stuff like that, like the street crimes. Although I feel like that, I'm not gonna lie, that question leading off is I'm not sure how that connects to the aforementioned one. But SBI kind of focuses on all the DOJ tip line cases and all of that such. Like our SBI tip line is currently open. It always receives reports, I believe. If I'm remembering the numbers correctly, we have, I believe, 14 open cases currently. 7 of which were assigned like within the last week, I believe. Actually, Rain can confirm that if he's alive in game. Yeah, yesterday. I believe actually I was hounding on him to make sure that they were assigned, and that we're actually seeing work and progress done on it, because it's not good to have that get bogged down and slow down the legal system of this game.
All right. And my last
Does that answer
question
your
here before I hand it off.
Yep.
Yes, of course it does. You're clearly very active. You provide your activity logs to members of this community. You've gone above and beyond what we expect for a department head and activity. What are you most proud of your work in the state police so far, besides activity?
Besides activity, I think my most proud accomplishment is being able to create a community that we have currently. I believe everybody that's in state police and everybody that interacts with state police can say that we have a very open and friendly community. Once you're in the department, you're treated like another brother or another sister, and people are always willing to play game nights with you. This was a long time ago, but if you look at outstanding content, around the time when I was appointed colonel, we had I believe it was about 20 RSP troopers that were just always playing Black Hawk Rescue Mission just for fun. It's that community building and that experience that we have together that makes us have a better relationship, because honestly, I can't really speak for the other departments. I don't know how much PPD, RCSO, or PS or RNG host game nights, or where they just sit down and play Gartic Phone and have fun with each other outside of the game. And that's really it. I would say that's my proudest accomplishment with the department.
I do have one question.
Yep.
Do you have any plans set in place for after Militant Police comes out? So I think that it's obvious that that's going to be a desirable department.
It is.
Do you have like an idea of a retention, like ways to retain your employees, that sort of thing?
Well, it's going to be very difficult to do that with Milton. The only thing that we can hope to keep is just due to the fact that we'll probably get similar technology on top of statewide jurisdiction, which is still very appealing to many people. In the future, we're attempting to lower our numbers actually. Currently, the state police has a capacity, I believe it's 91 if I'm remembering correctly. We're going to try to trim it down, rebudget ourselves, because I believe that in the future that department budgets are going to be put in place, and we want to be ahead of the curve for that as far as that goes. But with retention, it's just as simple as what we are able to provide for our troopers, because unfortunately, I believe that with Squarehead Dude and all the developers, that Milton Police is going to be favored significantly with their technology. I know that they're getting multiple stations. I know that they're getting multiple vehicles, multiple subdivisions and divisions. I heard a long time ago that they were getting air support, which I I don't know how that's gonna work if they're just patrolling a city, but that's besides the point. That's above what I know. But our retention is just gonna have to come from what we provide our troopers on like the game level, on the community level, and as such.
Okay, sure. Yep, that answers my question. Thank you.
Anything else? Grand plans really is just making sure the department functions. I'm not one for setting up like a 10-year plan for this department, right? The biggest change I believe that's coming is what I announced in our department a few days ago. It's really just going to be our inspection, which is coming on this Saturday, 6 p.m. Since it's being broadcast, I guess this is a good time to announce it. All departments are welcome to come and spectate, as well as civilians or anybody that has access to the Letzi campus. If RSPN is available, they can probably provide some sort of stream for it as well. But outside of that ceremony, our big change is going to be that budget and restructure. With that restructure, we kind of want to open more command positions and allow for more growth in the department. And after that, it's just going to be retention and activity. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, the department's doing very well. It doesn't make sense to do any drastic changes and completely do a 180 when the department's already going in a great direction. Those before me did great jobs. I believe that in my almost 1 year now, that we're continuing to go in that direction. Even with the game being gone for a while. I mean, towards like, the end of 2023, the game was losing a lot of activity, and we were still trying to push for this department to be active and trying to push for this game to remain alive and for us to keep. Yo, shut up, please, down there.
Dude,
Jesus.
let me in.
Sorry, where was
Let me
I?
in. We're gonna have a problem if you don't let me in.
I'm gonna come
Hux
shoot you
download?
down there in 5 seconds if you keep
Open the
blabbering.
door.
Is that Hux download? It is Hux download. I knew that
It
voice.
is
Oh,
Hux
it's,
download.
it's
You need to
Hux.
let me
Oh,
in.
okay. Never mind. Get in here.
Jesus. Sorry, where was I? Right, moving forward, we just kind of keep going where we're going. I don't see any major issues with the department, unless you guys see anything. Unless the government, the people, department members, there's no major issues that I've noted that require drastic changes to the department. And I think I'm going to repeat myself with this, but it doesn't make sense to change direction when it's already going well. Because we could take a right turn, do a major change that we think will work, and it's going to fail miserably, and it's just going to result in our downfall, really. I hope that answers your question. And I mean, to be honest, another thing I'm actually going to add to this real quick because I'm remembering now. With Milton, we kind of want to do like patrol districts and kind of do stuff like that. So we kind of just want to make it more interactive for our members. So like, that's maybe a change that's going to come, but that's about it. Basically, like, my idea currently is like, we have, you know, Troop A and Troop B. We would divide the map into some region. Troop A would patrol one region, Troop B another region. And then every week, those regions would flip, so then troopers can experience either area. Should the department grow and the game grow, and we open a third shift, or a third watch, as we call them, or troop, actually, I believe, currently, you know, the map would be divided more and more, and there would be more rotations about where you patrol. I think that would add just a little bit of immersion to the game, and just give people an area of focus, and able to, like, stay away from some areas if they don't enjoy them. So, like, for instance, like, if you're stuck in Palmer, and you're like, hey, next week, hopefully I can stay in Milton for the entire time. And, you know, I feel like that'd be a good way to just add some sort of interaction for our people. I think there is actually. There might be. I believe there's gonna be a train line that runs from the airport to Milton. Cause like there's that floating train.
Underground tunnel.
It might be an underground tunnel actually, but um. Oh, is it gonna be a train tunnel? Okay. I don't know if it's gonna be overland. If the only connection is through the highway, then that's probably gonna be a major area of focus for the state police, especially on launch. By kind of focusing on that area, I know that we'll be able to kind of control the criminal flow in and out. I think it's gonna be like the trailer park road, and then it's gonna be the main highway. I think that's gonna be the main two from like the way the map looks currently. But that's all I know. I don't really know much about Milton, other than like booster leaks. Is that it? Yeah. I hope that answered your question. Should we wait for Matrix to come back from his bathroom adventure? Okay. You might still have a question that it comes up while on the job.
How did that guy get President Pro Tempore? What an idiot. Oh my god.
I have no comment on the record.
Off the record thoughts?
Off the record? Nah, I can't. Matrix is a homie.
You all
I
really
can't.
have to wait for Matrix to destroy his home bowl. Is that really what you're waiting on?
I think so.
This guy's incompetent. Get him out.
What are you talking about, Hooks Download? Shut up, man.
This guy reinstated logs on the first day.
Actually, it was Arium that put him back into effect, I think, for the record.
Arium reinstated logs on the first day. Can we have an Arium committee hearing?
I would love that.
Thank you, Lieutenant Governor.
Those
It's
are the same offices,
guy.
retard.
Okay, okay. This is
Alright, you're
live,
done.
bro.
You're done.
This is
You're
live.
getting reported. You're getting reported.
I don't care if it's live.
Dude, I'm on it. This was gonna be done in Sterling if we didn't have this house, bro.
I July 4th this place.
How is it live when the cameraman ain't even pointing at you?
It's first person's broken. This cameraman also spelled
What'd you say?
committee
I'm
wrong
so
at the
sorry.
start.
Oh, dude, he is pooping. He said, "Oh my God, my bowels," as he was leaving. I'm pretty sure.
He did. I can confirm.
I second that, bro.
I'm gonna be so for real. I think he's fighting demons right now. Peace, sit down, bro. God damn.
Dude, Peace the kind of guy to touch me.
Should we go to the other room and talk?
The other toilet room. Yo,
The other.
relax. That's for later, man. Yo, wait.
Guys, State Police Colonel is having inappropriate affairs with a lower ranking police officer.
No. If you want to check Discord real quick.
Peace downloads the biggest troll, bro.
My body cam's still on.
Guys, they're losing viewers solar. Yo, man. Actually, yo,
They wish
Stanley,
the
turn
viewers
on
could
Peace
see
downloads.
news feed. You wouldn't lose
Turn on the guys
viewers.
behind you. They know comedy.
Do you have any comments for Ahmed Kapalat's statement?
Sniff Matsern, more like Stiff Matsern.
What? What?
Oh, he was asking you to smell oh. Oops.
Wait, what?
Oh, they're voting.
I'm being executed? Oh no.
I returned.
Welcome back. Were you fighting demons?
I was.
I knew it, dude.
Yo, I was in a chokehold, bro. I was in a chokehold.
How many paper towels or toilet paper towels did you use?
That sounds like a
Vote?
personal
How do I
question.
vote?
Was it a ghost?
I need to inspect the individual.
Matsern, don't shake Matrix's hand.
This guy is so weird. What the?
Matrix. Was it a ghost?
Yo, get off him.
Ooh.
Hey,
Dude,
yo,
you're
that man got a
weird, man.
gun.
Oh,
Hey, yo,
Yo,
guy with a gun outside.
Can we get this? Yeah.
There's a guy
Can we
with a
all
gun. Hold on, I got
Can
this.
we all favorably vote to have Fox download cuffed?
I don't. This
Oh,
is like
one
a
of the
private
things.
residence. I don't think we
Okay,
can do
listen,
that.
want him
this,
detained.
this is illegal detainment.
I want him
Don't bother.
detained.
Don't bother.
No, no,
Don't
hold on.
bother. I will
We're
spit an
detaining
eye
him.
out.
Dude,
Detain him.
wait,
Detain him.
wait.
Detain him.
This is a private house, bro. We can't detain him.
That's
But-
right. Under section 27B of the Ridgeway Charter of Rights and
All right,
Freedom, I
this guy-
execute the right to
Yeah,
stay
you're
on
getting
this
reported.
property. Hey, come on now! Come on!
I mean, rain download.
Relax.
I vote favorably.
Onto his roof.
I repeat, I vote favorably.
Have a blessed day.
Yo, can you play some Little Tay or whatever you listen to? Little DJ?
Alright guys, we're having a fire drill. Everyone line up outside, single file line.
Yo, Ahmed's mic's getting muted.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're not back as Colonel yet. Don't shake hands.
Well, I'm good.
The Senate could still screw you over.
That's true, actually.
This is a committee, not the Senate, buddy.
Rain, can I kick this guy out of your house? What? Must have kicked the game.
Oh, you weren't joking. Okay, it didn't show up in the video, that's fine. That's the
Yo,
only thing I was
Nami,
concerned about.
congrats. What's your month, dude?
How are you the president? You're so incompetent,
Listen here,
buddy.
listen.
Congrats.
Okay. Oh,
I'd shake your hand, but... Oh.
please don't.
Hey, yo. How we doing down there?
Hey!